Hey, this is Adikar as Professor Anders for the Warthog Rush, versing AI on Legendary, Captain Cutter. It's on the first map, Chasm, the smallest map in the game, just showing you out the Warthog Rush, and this is how it goes. I do the Warthog Rush a little bit differently than most people, and in this video it works really good the way this concept works, but I kind of get Brigadier out a little bit too late. Other than that, the rush works perfect. You start by making 2 Warthogs and a supply pad, and if you know where all the money supply is, then you don't really need to really just look around. You just bring your Warthog where all the places are. I go supply pad, reactor, supply pad. I usually go for the furthest money, but since it's AI, it doesn't matter too much.
Expanding their production capacity. They'll be vulnerable to an early attack.
Always keep your eye out on the Warthogs, make sure they're done with them crates so that you can go get more. As soon as your reactor is about to come up, you just make gunner. You pretty much make sure you get around 4 supply crates. It works really well, but I think I get 5 overall. Making another supply pad and make sure you upgrade them when you have enough money after already making your Warthogs.
Supply pad complete. All units. All right. Supply pad upgraded. Warthog ready. Knock them down.
Now when you're using the Warthogs to attack, make sure you don't just set them somewhere. Make sure you try to move them around to make sure they avoid a lot of the attacks that the enemies use, especially when you're versing the Covenant, when they're using the Prophet or even the Brute Chieftain. I attack a little bit too early on this one, and I didn't have everybody at the same time, so. Against infantry, the Ram, which is your special attack for the Warthogs, is really useful. Doesn't really harm the Warthogs too much. What I usually do, I'll take out the turrets first, and then I'll go for either a couple of the supply pads, but if they're building anything, always take that out first.
Supply pad complete.
Check on my Warthogs here.
All units.
Yeah, always take out turrets, then whatever they're making, and then any kind of unit making, like the barracks or even the vehicle you pad. Like I said, I kind of get Brigadier a little bit too late. If there's any way you can upgrade your main base, it'll help a lot. Pretty much the sooner the better. Just so you can get your second reactor up to get that Brigadier up, because that helps really, really well. Especially when it comes to destroying buildings. And a lot of people, I've seen some people use the whole D-pad to like move around, you know. Oh, I forgot. I gotta go check the bases just to make sure.
Local units.
Nothing over there.
All units. All units. All units.
To tell you the truth, I really had no idea why that music came up.
All units.
I'm even confused about it.
Fortress upgrade complete. All units. We're going.
Me, I make a second reactor, and then after the second reactor, I make an air pad to bring out some hornets, just in case it goes wrong, so at least you'll be kind of up there in the technology, you know.
All units.
This rush works really good when it comes to UNSC, but when you're versing the Covenant, you have to make sure you have a lot of Warthogs before you go in there to make sure that the Prophet or the Arbiter or any one of the Covenant pretty much can't take you out, like, one by one. I would say about at least 8 Warthogs. And make sure you have enough for a disruption bomb just in case, especially when the Arbiter comes up. I think the Arbiter is probably one of the most beastly people on this game because that thing can take out everything. If you have a small army, it's completely useless against the Arbiter. And all you really need is a couple engineers to heal it up, which I'm probably going to be making a strategy about the Arbiter here, too. I got Brigadier up, take out these buildings a lot faster. See, like, most people go reactor supply pad, and like, you don't really have too much money when it comes to that. I don't know, most people just go reactor and then supply pad and then make 2 Warthogs, I guess. And like, I don't know, I find it not too good of a strategy just because you're gonna have gunnery up, but you're only gonna have 3 Warthogs, so it doesn't really do much for you at all. See an elephant up there, so just take that out really fast. Pretty much at least take a few units to kill the troops up there while you're destroying the base. Pretty sure they have another base because they're not adding on to this one anymore. Just make sure you always listen to the audio saying if the Hornets are ready so you can go back to your base by pressing the left on the D-pad. And just make another Hornet. Yeah, they probably got another base, I'm pretty sure. Also, when I do the Prophet Rush or any kind of Covenant Rush, I always take the, I just call them the Forerunner supply pad. That's what I call it. It's really, really, really good. Like, especially when you get both of them. I think it counts as 2 supply pads put together, but I'm not positive.
All units.
Yeah, let's go check this base out.
All units. Fired up.
Yep.
All units.
Oh, they just got it, so.
All units. All units. All units.
Yeah, that is the Warthog Rush / Hornet Rush, if you want to call that, but you don't really get the Hornets out. But yeah, it's a great way to get victories if you do it right. I mean, doesn't really take too much skill to do. You just got to make sure you keep watching your main base, making Warthogs as soon as the next one's done. Just make sure everything's right, and you pretty much got it. Brought to you by 360 Elite Gaming. Go to our website, check stuff out, and we'll have more strats there, and we have plenty of other games, so good luck.